Right. So, have you ever heard of choke points? I haven't, not until I've started playing StarCraft. Um, Maybe if you're a native English speaker, a choke point is clear for you, but for those of us who aren't, a choke point is basically a point where it gets very narrow, and at least in StarCraft, if you had a lot of units and they were trying to push up this tiny little narrow passage, you can see that they would have to squish and fall in line, which would mean that the attackers here had the advantage because not all units could attack at the same time. They get kind of filtered, right? So, I mean, that's my uber knowledge of what a choke point is. But there's a much worser choke point in my everyday life, and it happens every day at the train station. Because at the train station, the door of the stupid train have to open. And then there's people waiting here that want to go in. I get it. You want to get in quickly, you want to get the best seats. But the problem is there's people inside of the train piling up to get out first. And the logic of the situation is these motherfuckers aren't gonna get in until these nice guys. Okay, I just made a Ku Klux Klan. Never mind. These friendly people manage to get out. Only then do these people get in. But why am I calling this a choke point? I'm calling this a severe choke point because these people, very often, instead of lining up on the sides as is culturally appropriate, yeah, then these guys still have a lot of room to get out. No, 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 no. They don't do that. These guys outside tend to pile up right here. And my favorite ones are the ones that pile up right here on this line, possibly with a skateboard or a bicycle or maybe something bigger, maybe a canoe, to block these poor bastards from getting out. And blocking me, prettier, yeah, blocking me to get in sooner. Now imagine, okay, I'm still young, but what happens when I get to 80, 90 years old? I mean, not that I'm hoping for, but still, let's just assume I'm 80 years old and I have a weak heart and there's a sunshine. No, let's not call it a sunshine. It's freaking hot. I'm gonna get a heat stroke. And every second counts because when I get in, I have a chair and I have an air conditioner and everything's gonna be fine. My life is gonna go on my merry way. But if the canoe prevents the now made Ku Klux Klan to exit, I have to wait fucking 30 seconds more, or even more sometimes, to get into the train. So my question just to all the people with the canoes and the bicycles and the skateboards that think it's a good idea to stand here is, what's your strategy? Like, what is your StarCraft strategy? Why are you doing this? Am I not seeing something? Is this like a new thing? Are you just gonna squeeze in between the Ku Klux Klan and just, you know, it benefits you, but for the rest it slows everything down? I mean, I'm pretty slim. Like I'm like a salami piece. I could easily go through all of these people, but you know, I like to think that I know how to get aboard things. But another thing that then freaks me out is if people can get aboard on this choke point, how am I supposed to feel? Oh, here I am, beautiful. I'm beautiful. Oh my god. Oh, so beautiful. How am I supposed to react when I'm indoors, and maybe there's gonna be a fire and we all have to get out? I mean, I seriously consider this sometimes. Would I even take the door? I think I would prefer to take the balcony and just pull myself down by something, maybe one of the crazy people. Maybe one of their canoes would help me get down. I don't know. I mean, but I lost my faith in mankind when I realized that this doesn't work. Yeah. I don't know.